That all down. Let's get into it here, shall we? And we're going to start off with this. Bryce Dallas Howard, I think, is a rising star in the world of Star Wars. You know, we always just thought of her as an actress and a great one, but she started directing, and then she directed some episodes of Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian. And listen, her episodes in the Book of Boba Fett were easily, and I don't think there's any disputing this by anybody, the best episodes of that. And every time she's done something with Star Wars, she's done a really great job. And I've become a huge admirer, and I really want to see her be able to sink her teeth into something maybe feature length for Star Wars. Well, apparently she's also gone to Lucasfilm and said she would like to direct a feature, either a feature or a show, and we know who she wants to do it on. Mace Windu. The good folks over at Cineblend, the headline writes, Bryce Dallas Howard wants to direct a Star Wars spinoff, and her choice for which character has me freaking out. Well, that's a horrible title. Anyway, she talks about Sam Jackson, saying Sam Jackson has been incredibly supportive of me and has told me many times that he would act in something that I directed, which is like, I'm not worthy, basically. Then she talks about the fact that she decided to go to Lucasfilm and say, hey, what's the chance of this? She writes, and then I went straight to Dave Filoni and I was like, so let's just talk about Mace Windu and where he is. Can we just talk about this? Because is he dead? Is he? Of course, Samuel Jackson has been floating the idea for a while that Mace Windu is still alive. Listen, Mace Windu's as dead, but if it's Star Wars and fantasy and movies, you can write anything you want. You can write that he landed on a big pile of pillows or something like that.
He landed on Darth Maul.
He landed on Darth Maul.
His legs.
Darth Maul's legs. You could do it. Look, all I'll say is this. Do I want them to do a Mace Windu show or movie? Absolutely not. I love the character, I do, but he died, and I really don't like revisiting the prequel garbage. But if Bryce Dallas Howard is directing a Mace Windu series or movie, well, suddenly that becomes very interesting to me. Suddenly now I'm like, okay, because again, I love the way she handles this stuff. I mean, she gets it from her dad, right? Ron Howard's her dad, and one of the best directors of our generation. Also one of the stars of The Studio. By the way, did you see the new episode of The Studio?
I know. I heard it was everyone.
It was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever watched. It was like watching The Office. I was like, oh my God, I almost couldn't even look at the screen.
I thought of you the whole time, just because of the subject matter, the debate.
Oh yeah, don't even.
Right.
Oh my God,
I can't wait to
so
watch
uncomfortable watching that. But anyway, so listen, surprisingly, sign me up. I don't know, Rob. What would you think about the idea of a Bryce Dallas Howard directing a Mace Windu project?
Well, like you, I mean, I was always impressed with what she did on the various TV shows. And I love Bryce Dallas Howard. I think she would do a fine job with a Mace Windu movie. Should they make a Mace Windu movie? You know, I would love to see her do something original. Like, I think that if they're going to make a Starfighter movie and they're going to move beyond the Battle of Exegol, I would love to see Bryce Dallas Howard be at the ground level and create something maybe with Filoni or whomever, John Favreau, something new, something that isn't saddled with previous baggage. You know, as much as, look,
something
like
what Sean Levy is doing right now with Starfighter.
Yeah, where you're looking into, look, everyone knows the Rogue Squadron novels were generally considered to be great novels.
Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them were. So that makes sense. I mean, Top Gun in the Star Wars universe sold. But it would be really interesting to see her take on something. But look, I love Mace Windu. I don't think he ever got his due as a character in the prequel trilogy, because he was always he was there for exposition.
Yeah.
And when it was awesome, when he walks in to take on Palpatine, that was the end of that. You know, but I loved him in Attack of the Clones, man, in the Battle of Geonosis. I mean, I would love to see.
I don't think so.
He never got his due because he never got to really act. No, he didn't get to really bring the Sam Jackson of it all to those movies. It was all the whole movies, because the way they were made, were stilted. But if for whatever reason they went back and told an untold story of Mace Windu's history or something, and she got to do it, I'd watch the heck out of that, because I bet it would be great.
I hear he hangs out on Chandrilla.
Yeah, man.
He's dancing it up in
Chandler,
I'll tell you what, though, I'm 100% with you on that. Like, look, if I have no interest in a Mace Windu project, but you say Bryce Dallas Howard's directing it, okay, now you got my interest.
Yeah.
But I would be far more interested, exactly what you were saying, far more interested in hearing like an auteur take on Star Wars. Like, hand her Star Wars, say, what story would you like to tell? Something new, something fresh, kind of like what Sean Levy's doing with Starfighter and all that kind of stuff. And if you give her an original movie to do, I'm all over it. I would love that far more. But again, I'd be down for Mace Windu thing if she's directing it.
Yeah, I mean, if you went back and did, because there's other stories to tell.
Yeah.
So
It's a big galaxy.
I also want to see what a project with her full control over looks like.
Yeah.
You know, she's had little pieces of episodes and stuff, but we've, like you guys mentioned, we've loved everything she's done.
Yeah.
I want to see what it looks like when she has
Full
her own
agency
thing.
over an entire
even
project.
If it's, even if it's just it's a used character, that would be great for her to have that opportunity.
Ahsoka, I can see it now.
All right,
no.
guys. Question is for you. What would you think about this? Bryce Dallas Howard wants to do her own Star Wars project, and she'd like to do one about Mace Windu. Maybe it's just because she's so her hero, Samuel Jackson, whatever. But whatever you guys think about this, jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.